Queens, the first building constructed on campus, completed in 1825. At the top of Old Queens is a bell tower, built especially for the bell that Henry Rutgers donated to the college. Also within the cupola resides the Gray Lady of Old Queens. Gray ladies are said to be ghosts of women who died in sadness over love or who are waiting for a lover to return. The Gray Lady of Old Queens has been seen dressed in an elegant lace gown, moving restlessly within the tower. We believe that she haunts this area because her love exemplified true heroism here and thus began his climb up the social ladder. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Join me in the fall of 1776. The Revolutionary War was in full swing. On November 30th, the Continental Army, led by General George Washington, stopped to rest at this very area after having been routed in battles at New York and Fort Lee by the British. On December 1st, redcoats were spotted directly across the river from where you are standing. Washington's men had not had enough time to recuperate, nor had the general been able to secure more men. Thus, he was forced to retreat. To cover Washington's withdrawal, a 20-year-old commander, Captain Alexander Hamilton, fired on the British and troops from this bluff overlooking the Raritan. This delaying tactic gave Washington and his dwindling army the time they needed to escape safely. Hamilton joined the rest of the army in Pennsylvania, where, on December 25th, the Continental troops crossed the Delaware River and won the Battle of Trenton. His courage earned the notice of General Washington, who selected Captain Hamilton to serve his aide-de-camp. During the American Revolution, war was suspending during the cold, snowy winter months. While they wintered, many dinners and other social gatherings were held for the officers and local gentry. Included on General Washington's guest list were the Miss Livingstons, Susanna and Catherine. During the late 1700s, it was customary that only married or betrothed couples exchange letters. However, after the army moved out, a flirtatious correspondence began between Catherine and Alexander. 20-year-old Alexander wrote, "I challenge you to meet me in whatever path you dare, and if you have no objection, we will even make excursions in the flowery walks of Cupid." These words must have been welcome to a 26-year-old Catherine, considered to be on the threshold of becoming an old maid. The Livingstons were an old, wealthy family who were distantly related to royalty. Susanna and Catherine were the daughters of General William Livingston, commander of the New Jersey militia, first governor of the state of New Jersey, and namesake of Livingston College. Alexander's hints at marriage might have been feasible if not for the difference in their social class. At the time, he was a nobody from a poor family, had very little formal schooling, and had no wealthy connections. The correspondence between the two ended after only a few letters. Alexander eventually married and would become the new country's first Secretary of the Treasury. But what happened to Catherine? 10 years after her correspondence with Alexander, at age 36, she married a merchant from Baltimore and had one daughter. Catherine died at age 62. Our Gray Lady is dressed in lace and passes slowly back and forth in the shadows of the tower. She pauses to look toward the southwest before vanishing. Administrators working on the third floor of Old Queens have reported footsteps passing to and fro above them in the unused attic of the building. People say you never get over your first love. Could the Gray Lady be Catherine keeping watch over Alexander as he slows the British advance across the river?